Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, one and all? It is your favorite internet nobody, and we're back with some ATS Project Nihon. It's by far my favorite thing to do. I absolutely adore the mod, and I also adore the Mac R mod that I've stumbled upon. It's actually on a Steam Workshop. Um, I, there is still a lot to be desired around the interior design, and I am still trying to figure out how to build a clock in Blender so I can add it to this sucker. But this video is not about that. It's about something I said I was gonna do a long time ago, and that is to share my guides or my thoughts, my technical know-how on how to play ETS2 in VR. Well, as of the time of recording this, I no longer have my Meta Quest 3 headset. And as you can tell, this is currently a single screen with Beam Eye Tracker. And there is a very good reason for that. Now, I haven't given up on playing this thing in VR. No. Thing is, after trying PlayStation VR 2 set in Grand Theft Auto. I just want to keep saying that. I want to say Grand Theft Auto, but it's Gran Turismo 7. Look at this to the right, by the way. In a different recording, I actually come this way to pick some machinery. So it's very cool how some of these quests are dynamic. But anyway, I had the pleasure of trying PlayStation VR 2 in Gran Turismo 7, and I was blown away, not just by the game itself and the implementation and everything, but also by the sheer comfort of the PlayStation VR 2 headset. And I know you can mod the heck out of your MetaQuest, but I think I kind of got a fatigue of sort from trying different things, from figuring different things out. And that's why in the description down below, you will see my notes on this. There is a Notion page that I will keep up to date, where I will be sharing how I'm playing the game right now, what kind of mods I'm using, and what tools, and how to optimize the game. But yeah, I got tired of troubleshooting day in and day out, and I feel like now that I've seen what PlayStation VR 2 headsets can do, and now that I've seen that there are headsets out there coming up and currently released, super expensive, that do very good binocular overlap and do very high res and are very light. I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait for that. I don't need a standalone VR headset. Sorry, I don't need a headset. Yeah, standalone. That's it. Yeah. The added weight, the added processing is just not necessary, to be honest. At least not for this game. No, this game can be played just fine without any of those shenanigans, which unfortunately just complicate things. As if this is not a complicated product itself. It's tough. It's tough. It's an old game. It's an old game, and even though a lot of work is put in it, and there is still a lot of work coming from the SCS folks, this was never built with VR in mind. It's an afterthought. It's slapdash. It's just an add-on. And it shows. It is rough. But it hasn't put me off playing it. If anything, Being My Tracker is kind of proved to me that you can have a single screen, a fairly decent experience. Again, I cannot really spend money now on buying more displays or setting up uh, large TVs. It's not for the lack of cash, it's just that I'm not going to be using them in a few months. I did receive my British citizenship ceremony invitation. That's 21st of March. So it's not too far off now. And once I get the passport as well, off I go on a holiday. So that is what is going to be happening. So more vlogging really, and less well, no truck simming at all. Yeah. So I won't be in the country for a few. So yes, if you're still curious about how I have things set up, what I think, and what the technical stuffs are, please check the description below, go to the Notion page, bookmark it, or maybe just check it from time to time. I will add to it as I go along, especially if I get into especially if I can make a mod myself. I'm still obsessed over that, but it's Blender is a beast. I think I've said it in a different recording, but I'll say it here again. Hats off to the people working with Blender. You're the real heroes of this. I'm just an idiot savant. I just happen to have a machine that can run Blender and can play around with it, but boy oh boy, am I not making sense of any of it. Now, any of the stuff that I share are free. So, you know, there won't be any Patreons, any paid stuff, none of that. And of course, I am also very keen and open to ideas and suggestions. If you do spot anything on that Notion page that needs correcting or maybe updating, and you care, you can always leave a comment in the video. Or drop me an email, or maybe I leave like a space for comments on the Notion page. We'll see. I haven't fully explored what Notion can do. It's kind of cool you can do public pages. I actually quite like that. It is very robust for a free to use, and obviously with premium features as well if you want to. For the free to use platform, seems very powerful. Seems very cool. And now it's time to riff. So that's really all I wanted to say. I haven't given up on VR. I do wanna play. I still think ETS and ATS and any of these sim games are best enjoyed using a VR headset in a VR situation. But yeah, a single screen with Be My Tracker, or you know, if you have the money for Toby, or if you already have it, yeah, that's a fine compromise. I mean, heck, even if you don't have them, just binding buttons or using your mouse to look around works if you're not ready for 3 monitors, or if your system cannot run 3 monitors, don't have the space for it. This is definitely my second most preferred method, I suppose. Single screen with some kind of head/eye tracking. And then the last one is 3 screens, which goes against what I like to watch on YouTube. Because I do predominantly watch people playing using three TVs. That's the usual setup. And they span the image across 3, which the game does support natively. You can have multi-monitor config. Thing is, it takes a little bit of time to figure that out, to get the right setup. And if you do like to change things very often, yeah, it's finicky. And you do need a beefy hardware. My laptop has only one HDMI port. It does have USB-C, I think, display out. But yeah, I have to keep plugging things, unplugging things. I have to keep switching between It's not Affinity. What's it called with NVIDIA? Not super resolution, no, but something similar. Single display, multi-monitor, whatever. I have to keep switching between that and single display when I live stream. Because I do that. I do that. Did you know that? Did you know I'm on Twitch? And I play games 3 days a week? And I'm currently playing through Mass Effect 2, and I'm having a blast. The game is blowing my mind. I think when Mass Effect was picking up as a game, as a franchise, I was really like all in World of Warcraft, like all in on World of Warcraft, raiding. World of Warcraft for 6 or 7 years, it was the only game I played. I cared for nothing else. And a lot of game happened in the interim, and I never cared for that. And now that the Legendary Edition is dirt cheap, I bought that. And boy, oh boy, Mass Effect 1 was alright, but Mass Effect 2 is phenomenal. It is spectacular. It's on par in terms of like narrative and just richness and of experience. Is on par with Dragon Age Origins, which is among my favorite games of all time. Dragon Age Origins. Yeah, I am on Twitch 3 days a week. That's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. From around 5:30 p.m. UK time. So that's GMT 0 or UTC 0, I think. Until about 7, 8. So about 2 hours a night. I can't really spend more time. It's just exhausting. Yeah. I'm not playing ETS yet. I'm not really streaming that. It's a guilty pleasure. It actually is a guilty pleasure of mine, and it would feel too there's a word I want to use, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, I try not to play Euro Truck or Project Japan on live stream, because I'm gonna enjoy it so much. I'm gonna do it all the time, and I know that even if I enjoy something a lot now, if I do spend hours, and I mean hours, I will eventually get tired of it. But the thing is, if you're planning on doing any YouTubing or any Twitching and any of that, you might pick up a game and you're like, oh, I like to play this for thousands of hours, and at some point you will get tired of it. You will get tired of it. You'll have moments when you'll feel burned out or kind of just no longer getting anything out of it. And as soon as you try and pivot, and I've said this so many times, as soon as you try and move away from it, you'll basically lose a significant chunk of people who just don't care about you playing anything else or like doing anything else. Fortunately for me, none of that bothers me at all. I mean, if you look at my YouTube and if you look at my Twitch, you will immediately see that I'm all over the place. So I don't really care. But genuinely speaking, yeah, I fear that I might get in this position where if I play just one game all the time regularly, I'll have like a few regular viewers, and then as soon as you switch to something else, you lose them. So for the time being, this is just a me time until we figure something out. What that is, I have no idea. Maybe the occasional YouTube video like this now. Maybe this is something you enjoy. Maybe my random and fettered yammering is just what the doctor ordered. I'm guilty of the same. I would switch on ATS predominantly, like, watch people based in the US playing ATS, and just especially older people in their 50s and over, and just listen to that. So I get it. It's a vibe. See, I do the young people lingo. This place is crazy. I saw the map and I was like, what is this? I need to go and see it. I need to go and check it right away. And I was hoping to actually move some cattle or maybe like a beef, or something. But no, it was, as you can see, a tank of milk and a bunch of cheese and a bunch of pork. Um, I'm still not sure how much I can pull with my old Mac R. So I think I opt for the lighter trailer just to be safe. And yeah, I'm curious. I think I get most excited about trailers that you can see what's on them, like pallets and vehicles and parts and so on. I don't get so excited about these rectangular shapes filled with goods inside. I don't really. It does nothing for me. Absolutely nothing. I'm also kind of just getting used to switching between cameras views from inside and outside. There are a lot of like tricks to make these recordings, even my own experience playing the game, just more cinematic. Is that a thing? Yeah, I suppose so. Just more. Sometimes you can play this for hours, and if you get there is an outside view, if you get, you can actually zoom out, and it's actually a video game, and you can look around. I get so into, I'm in the cabin. I need to, be careful and reverse this and pull that and move this and turn left and right. Always in this first person view. And I forget there are other camera views and you can change things around. I'm also learning to use hazard lights, um, high beams. I didn't even know. I didn't have that mapped. And an engine brake. Engine brake. So I think over time, you'll see some future recordings where you will hear engine brakes and you will see like this, hazard lights, and you will see high beams and you'll be like, who is this guy? He's getting better at this game. Am I? I don't know. I so want to get the motor wheel, the truck wheel, but 250. If I could trade the existing wheel and get like half off, I'd love that. But yeah, 250 is like, again, for something I might not use in 2 months because of travel. Just a bit much. A bit much. This video is almost approaching its end. I will be back. There'll be more recordings. Probably inside the same truck. Maybe like its bigger brother. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'm currently looking at things. Again, we have a Notion page. Go check it out if you're curious about the setup. And if you're not, if you're just here to listen to me ramble, well, here I was. And if you want to hear more of that, Twitch is always around. Thank you for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon.